All right, welcome back to the Tulsi Gabbard Save America channel. I'm Dave. Aloha. A lot of Tulsi and Bernie supporters are ready to go rogue. We're ready to go rogue because we can see the handwriting on the wall. We have similar interests. We'd like to see real progressive policies instituted, or what I'd rather call common sense reforms that can rein in the banking industry. I mean, it's crazy when Tucker Carlson is on television saying, hey, that Bernie AOC plan to cap interest rates is a good idea. Nobody I talk with thinks that's a bad idea. There's not one person. I don't care if you're on the left or on the right. It's even, for you Christians, it's even very biblical because you're not supposed to charge outrageous interest rates. It's in there. And banks have become non-Christian. How's that? How's that for working a little Christianity into the conversation? Hey, it's true though. So when you start to see that kind of what I would call maybe strange bedfellows, in the sense of you wouldn't think Tucker Carlson would be in your corner on anything. Well, Tucker has actually been far more receptive than some of the so-called progressive media when it comes to Tulsi Gabbard. And Bernie Sanders had a town hall over on Fox that I thought was brilliant. I thought people were eating that up. And you have to think, okay, yeah, they packed the audience with Bernie people, but not all of them were Bernie people in there. People are willing to listen. They understand that Trump got in saying a lot of stuff, and he's not really doing the stuff he said he was going to do. As far as, especially when you look at helping working class people, and you can create a lot of jobs, but if people don't have the skills, or they're burdened with student loan debt, or they have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet, yeah, it looks good on paper, but it doesn't fix the problem. It just looks good on paper. It's the same stuff that we've had now for decades. You know, up and down, sort of not sure what's around the corner. So the corruption within the DNC isn't really being addressed, and it wasn't addressed the last time around, and it wasn't really fixed for this time around. And supporters of both Tulsi Gabbard and Bernie Sanders are starting to realize that maybe we need to work together, or maybe we need, again, to find a third way. A gentleman on Twitter who's known as Bernie or Bust has been messaging me, and we're probably going to get together and maybe do a video. We realize that, I mean, you can just see it coming. You can see the freight train coming down the track, and you're just sitting here and you're just, okay, let's be optimistic. Tulsi's going to catch fire in the debates, and then she's going to be the nominee. Really? Because the more prominence she comes to, and I'm just saying this as the devil's advocate here a little bit, the more she catches fire, the more resistance she's going to get from neoliberals. And the neolibs, you know, look, whether you like it or not, Joe Biden is polling fairly well. And I know everybody keeps saying that they're just polling over 50. They're getting answers to poll questions, and a lot of people are over 50. I would think you'd have to be over 70 to really want to vote for Joe Biden. Because I happen to be over 50. Just full disclosure. And I have no interest in Joe Biden. None. So that scares me. It scares me. Where are all you anti-war people from the 1960s? Where did you all go? I know you're still around. Okay? Some of you got to still be around. Why? Why would you support this guy? So Yeah, maybe younger people were undersampled, but it's still incredibly scary. In the media narrative, it's all Joe all the time. His wife is on The View. It's a love fest. He goes on there, and after he does his mea culpa on the touchy-feely stuff, which I told you in a video, it's not like he actually was guilty of sexual assault. This is just uncomfortable, sort of generational touching and so forth. And I'm not saying it's not creepy. It's very creepy. Okay? But it is excusable. And these people are making excuses for it. And Joe has said he's going to try harder. Doesn't matter. None of this stuff it matters. It's a dog and pony show is what it all is. We're anointing another candidate. And if for some reason Biden falls through, they've got Mayor Pete and they've got Kamala. They've got a couple of neo-lib backups. Bernie, see, when one of these people catches fire, they're just going to replace the one that's at the top. Bernie's support's going to remain constant because it's real. And Tulsi's going to get screwed because Tulsi, every time you read about Tulsi, she's polling at 1%. That's crap. I cannot believe Tulsi Gabbard isn't polling better than Amy Klobuchar or Kristen Gillibrand. That's incomprehensible to me. Hence, if this thing just goes sideways and at the end of the debates and into the primaries, you're left with the corporate. See, but here's the problem. We don't have time to wait for the entire primary process to shake its way through. Because the middle of next year, or whenever that tends to wind down, I mean, those primaries go on for months. They should be faster. They should be boom, 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 boom. They should happen quickly. But it's all designed to shield the two parties from any sort of challenge from the outside. That is why I think it's a good idea to have a plan B and to start preparing. And I think there are going to be a lot of Tulsi supporters. I know one that's going to go back to Trump, which scares me. But, honestly, it doesn't surprise me. And here's why. I'm not going back. Personally, I'm not going back to Trump. I will go third party. I will go green or independent, whatever it ends up being. I will go there. But the plan B should be that Bernie and Tulsi, maybe they did this when they met that time, but they should go and have a meeting and say, you know what? If we're shut out, let's go over to the Green Party. Now I know everybody's like, well, they signed, Bernie signed and Tulsi must have signed. So what happens if they break the pledge? And they go into court over the pledge? I mean, seriously? I hate to say it like that, but who cares if they break the pledge? There's got to be a way for these guys to have some sort of fallback, because this doesn't look good. Each day that goes by, you just sense that they're not even in the media cycle anymore. I mean, the polls that are Bernie against Biden, like 25 points? That just is absurd. But, see, the media has created just a tribal atmosphere where, okay, we need to oppose Donald Trump, and Joe Biden is the nice version of Trump. He's out there on the campaign trail talking how corruption and being a grifter and so forth is fine. He's actually saying it out loud. Well, you gave me $250 million and you bundled it all together, and I'm going to listen to what you have to say. It's just human nature. He's actually laying the groundwork for bigger and bigger donations. I mean, Hillary, didn't she raise over $1 billion and she lost? So money doesn't necessarily translate into winning, But it certainly goes a long way. I mean, if she had run a campaign rather than sitting at home, I think she thought everybody was going to run around. Nobody's enthusiastic about you. So that's why they didn't run around and tout your fantastic record and what your plans are for the future other than stronger together. That's not a platform, Hillary. But Biden is Hillary 2.0. And I'm sure his campaign knows that he's going to have to go to Michigan and Wisconsin, and he will go to those places. And so long as he shows up and has empathy for the working class, he's got a shot. And it's really tragic. And guess what, folks? Even if we end up losing and Biden does become the president or Trump retains the presidency, that has to be a flashpoint, a moment where we all say, oh no, we have to organize and really get something going and not just say, well, I'm just going to join my little Green Party group and we're going to meet once a month and we'll talk all green issues and how we're all environmentally friendly and we drive Priuses and so forth. No. You need working class voters, you need truck drivers, you need people that are going to get hit because AI is coming. You need a whole group of people who don't fit into your little latte Starbucks clique, because this is serious. And you've got to welcome people like me who once voted for Trump. You've got to welcome people who may be apolitical, who understand that, hey, my college loan debt, it's not going away. And this whole system screwed me. And now I can't find a job, or the job pays crap. So these are all the things that have kind of accumulated in my brain anyway. Where I'm thinking to myself that we have to have a movement which goes beyond Bernie and Tulsi. We'll sit and we'll watch this unfold. But in the meantime, we've also got to get busy preparing in case it doesn't go the way we want. Because it's a really high likelihood it's not going to go the way we want. And documenting all the dumb things that Joe Biden says every day isn't doing much for anybody. It's like you're being fed all the crap that will make you feel good. It's the same stuff, by the way, the tribalists do with Trump. All over the internet. Do you hear what Trump did today? Do you hear what he said? Boy, is he a buffoon. Boy, does he make stupid statements. Is that change everything? Because you're venting about it and it's the commiserating. It's your commiserating with like-minded people, so you feel good about your commiserating, and yet the problem still goes on. It still goes on. So, like I've been saying in other videos, you can't just do, if you're in progressive media and all you're doing is highlighting the crap that Joe Biden is saying and doing every day, or that the media is saying in conjunction with Joe Biden, it's just entertainment. And if that's what you want to do, you want to be an entertainer, fine. But at least do a couple of videos saying, okay, it's Tulsi or bust, it's Bernie or bust. If this doesn't work, then there's got to be a plan B, and we need to all come together and start thinking about a plan B and be serious about it. I don't know. I guess I started this channel, and I'm very naive. And I was idealistic, thinking that, if I talk about Tulsi Gabbard every day, she's going to shoot up to number one in the polls. Or at least she's going to be competitive. Or at least she's not going to be at 1%. All right? Yes, we'll see what happens after the debates. So, if you think I'm just all pessimistic, because that's what I'm getting. Oh, you're just being a pessimist. No, I'm being a realist. Because then you're buying a lot of progressive media that's saying, well, wait till they get into the debates. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait until the debates unfold, and then I'll be ready to go rogue. And there are a lot of us that are ready to go rogue, and we can't wait until next summer to do it. All right. See you soon.